Guys doing this is very important in reference to this crimes of satellite controllers, man. These people have tried to murder me, you know, every day, every step that I take. These people are violating my life. This is a captivity crime. Then, of course, the Indiana auditors acting like they didn't know this was a hostage situation. They didn't know this was a kidnapping situation of these people kidnapping me from California. It's even on record at the Beverly Hills Police Department. And yet the Indiana auditor acts like they don't know shit about it. Hasn't Channel 8 or Channel 6 or 13 or any of the news networks in Indianapolis done a story on this hostage situation? And check to see if my mother owned any of the TV stations. You know, my father owned TV stations, but see if my mother owned any TV stations in Indianapolis. And the government murdered my mother, you know that, and they murdered my father too. The Nazis did, and these other people that was tied in with the Nazis. You know, I just rode my bike. I had to go downtown to get something and come back, and these satellite men was riding me with the satellite the whole way, and you know I was riding my bike, that you know, as a regular bicycle. Because they won't let me ride my e-bike, so obviously I have to return that. But this is, I mean, it was just treacherous. Them hurting my legs, them burning my face and teeth, them burning my tailbone and anus and hips and legs and lower legs and feet. They were just burning me like they were trying to beam up Scotty, man, like on Star Trek. You know, I've been a celebrity since I was born. I was on TV shows back when I was a little boy. And these people are trying to steal my mother and father's companies. They have no connection to nothing, these people. They can't even make up a lie to make themselves connected. They're not even the same race as my parents. My parents had no debts. These people kidnapped me and have been holding me hostage in Indiana for over 20 years, man. Torturing me and burning me all these years. This is just total bullshit. And the Indiana government has to get sued and prosecuted. How many celebrities have been in court cases, or how many citizens have been in court against these people in this situation? That bicycle ride, you know, it was like, what, 3 miles there, 3 miles back. Took 30 minutes. 3 miles. You know, I had to ride my bike out there, you know, to Eagle Creek in Indianapolis. I rode 18 miles a day. 18 miles there and 18 miles back. So it was like 36 miles. Sometimes I'd catch the bus when it was late at night, or sometimes during the day. But when I rode my bike, it was like 36 miles round trip, you know, a day, whenever I'd, you know, ride all the way. But these satellite controllers were satelliting me the whole way. But that took like an hour, 18 miles, and, you know, on a mountain bike. You know, it took me like an hour. I think I made it back a few times at like 50-something or 40-something minutes when I was riding, you know, kind of fast at, you know, 18 miles. But on a mountain bike, so you know they don't go that fast. They're not as fast as a 10-speed at all. But you know, just going this 3 miles, or what it is from here to downtown Indianapolis, took over 30 minutes. Them satelliting me, I was riding my bike probably about maybe 4 miles an hour. And you know, these people torturing my legs, and don't forget my athletic accomplishments. And why isn't the medical industry suing these people for these people being psychos and their misrepresentation of facts in America? Like, what race are these people that are doing this? They'll say, oh, it's a different race than your mother and father, or a different race than any person in this country that's supposed to be following the guidelines of law. You know, these people that are doing these things. No wonder they don't recognize the facts of America because they're not Americans who these bad people are. And they're not friendly countries that understand American policies, or friendly countries of people that know anything about the laws in America or something. These satellite controllers have to get prosecuted. This is total BS. I'm one of the fastest bicycle riders in world history. My father could ride a 10-speed over 100 miles an hour back when I was little. Because I was in the car with my mother and we were watching my father ride a 10-speed 100 miles plus an hour. Miles per hour. And don't forget, these people holding me hostage, don't forget my athletic accomplishments. Don't forget the history of who I am and who my parents are. These people tried to steal sports contracts. These people tried to steal my revenues of movies and TV and appearances. And the Royal Protocol's in the media. So, in reference to the history of things, I was supposed to have received monies in reference to all productions that are produced at all my mother and father's media companies. You know that, right? And, because in reference to this situation, it's totally absurd. That's why, in reference to what race people are, whether they're Americans or whether they're conspiring against the policies of America, is very serious in reference to protecting Americans and protecting the rights of this country. And they need to throw people out of this country that are not understanding the guidelines of this country. And hello, friendly countries. Hello, Asia, Europe, England, France, and Italy, and Ireland, and Great Britain, and hello, Canada, and hello, Mexico, and hello, friendly countries of people. Hello, California. Haven't received a goddamn thing from California, and I got kidnapped from California. Now, the governor hasn't sent me nothing. The mayor hasn't sent nothing. Somebody needs to get certified information that these people have seen what this situation is. People writing up the information of what this situation is. It has to be notarized or something in reference to whether all the governors and mayors have read the information of this hostage situation and the satellite hostage abuse games of these people. They're burning me every physical movement I make, every step I walk when I'm walking, every time I'm pedaling my bicycle. They burn me on the toilet. They burn me in the shower. They've tried to knock me down in the shower several times with their satellite. I mean, this is attempted murder. Where's all the medical attorneys in reference to the crimes of these people trying to injure me all the time? Where's attorneys in reference to court cases, in reference to crimes and sexual abuse of these government satellite perverts? Now let's see why they're staring at me all the time. What are they saying for why they've been staring at me? I mean, I know they make these videos. They make my nose look big. And some people say I have one of the cutest noses, in reference to a lot of things of Hollywood history, too. But in reference to these people and modeling industry and, I have green eyes, and naturally beautiful teeth, and these satellite men damaged my teeth. I didn't have no dentistry on my teeth, just the pieces of old drilling bits that my parents put there. And these government people have been damaging my teeth. They're hitting me in the teeth right now. They hit me right there, and then they hit me right here. But anyways, I rode my bike downtown, and that took like 30 minutes to get back up this way. Something like that. Well, it was 6:33, and I think it was like 7:02 or 7:05. I have to look at I pictured it. Anyways, I snapshotted it. But it's like I think it was 7:02, but I'll check it later. But that situation, man, that was 30 minutes to ride 3 miles. It took 10 minutes a fucking mile or something. And they were hurting my legs the whole way. I mean, can you believe that? It's on surveillance too, isn't it? Isn't there cameras on Washington Street and New York Street? This is attempted murder every day, and these people broke down my vehicle, and it's police brutality too. They're burning my tailbone again right now. Look what time it is. See, the time is, let me see, 7:45 p.m., 8/25/2021. You know, these people have been terrorizing me with their satellite water torture. What do they call that? German water torture. Some people used to say they thought it was Chinese water torture, but no, the Chinese ain't trying to murder Americans. No, they're not. They didn't do that. But these satellite controllers, they're burning my teeth again. This is not Germany. You go do that shit in Germany or the Middle East, wherever you came from. You don't have a right doing that in America, and the Germans did not have any right authorizing Middle Eastern people to torture and abuse the American people. No. So whichever person is doing it, there needs to be court cases. And, like I said, why have these people been staring at me? Because of my big penis? Because of my athletic ability? Because I'm a beautiful person? Because of my athletic accomplishments? Because of my intellectual accomplishments? The SAT? Didn't I ace the SAT? Look at the information. What's it say? There's supposed to be a website so everybody can look at every day what's been going on. How many times they've been burning me. How many times they've been hitting me in the face and teeth today. How many times they've been choking me. How many times they've been hitting me in the chest and tailbone and private parts. It's attempted murder every day. These people did this to me on my jobs too. They messed up my teeth on jobs. I can't stand that you people are making this look like a fucking, you know, different person on the YouTube videos. That's how they steal, isn't it? They got some government man that goes around claiming he thought he was me. And he tries to steal all my monies or monies that people tried to send to me or that people tried to send in reference to donations. This is a hostage situation, and the government's got to get sued. That's why everything has to be documented, too, in reference to the crimes of these people. You see how incompetent government is, or the IRS, you know, it even says on Treasury documents the IRS is supposed to know this shit. And they have to get sued for intentional attempts of murder. And we need to find out what race and religion these German tax auditors are. Because if they're German, they ain't going to give a fuck about the American people. They're trying to steal for their German people. They're trying to steal land. They're trying to steal people's properties. Just like Adolf Hitler did during the Holocaust. They tried to run people out of their houses. Tried to put them in the poorhouse all the time. Their history always seems to repeat itself, doesn't it? Or their history has continued from the days they were starting that back in the 1920s or 30s or whenever they started their shit. It's attempted murder every day. And there has to be court cases every fucking day against these people.